Okay, hello everyone. Lecture 3. This is ordered and unordered lists in HTML. So I'm going to start the slideshow really quick. This won't take long, and then I'll show you a few examples of what we need to do. Oh, well, my computer's not wanting to work this morning. Okay, well, let's just keep going. So ordered lists. So the OL tag is paired with the surrounding the entire list. So what this does is when we get into brackets and we create an OL, which is this section, and then we create list items. So this is assignment 3 that I created last night with my physical class. So when we run it, it's going to look like this. So an ordered list is technically a bunch of list items that are wrapped or nested in the OL tag. Okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. The LI are list items, so it's individual itemized lists that you can create with the ordered list. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever number, or you can start at a different number if you wish. So here's an example of that. We have our H1, which is heading 1. It's the biggest pre-built one, text that's already built for you. I would use this for titles of web pages or something that you're really trying to get people's attention. And remember, it goes from H1 to H6, H6 being the smallest, H1 being the largest. And let's keep going. Optional attributes. Okay, so if you wanted, you can always do an ordered list, start, equals, and then in quotation marks, you can put whatever number, and it's going to start at that number. And you can do a space, and then equals reversed. And you can do that so it looks, so it will reverse. It will go 765 instead of 567. So order list reversed equals reversed. So it's going descending versus ascending for this one. These are different attributes that you can do for an ordered list. Unordered lists. Well, that's simple. That's just bullet points. So if you've ever used Google Docs or Microsoft Word and you click the bullet point tag, or not tag, the bullet point button, that's what this does. So you're going to list every single line with a line item or list item, and then it's going to come up like this. So UL is going to be an unordered list, and then your list items are here. This one's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And this is what it displays as. So we keep going. Now, we can nest these lists inside of other lists. So we have the ice cream flavors, which is right here. Okay. We have an unordered list. Well, we have chocolate, and then we have a sub list of dark and milk chocolate. See how this changed? Because we did the unordered list within the unordered list within the list items. So that makes any sense? Basically, what you're in a sense doing is in Google Docs and Word, you're just having over. But we have to create these additional unordered lists and list items inside. We're nesting it in the original list items in the original unordered list. And you can do this as many times as you want. So yes, I know I spelled laundry wrong. I'm not an English teacher. I'm sorry. So what we did here is we did a ordered list. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we did a list item, do laundry. Oh, well, you know what? We need instructions. So I created another list item, or excuse me, another ordered list with list items. And then you have 1, 2, 3 instructions there. And, well, I have to go walk the dog afterwards. And that would be the next one within that. And this is called nesting. Remember, when you're nesting things, it's ideal to keep it looking like what the example we have here, just because it's easier to read. If you don't do it that way, it's going to be hard to read, and you're going to not necessarily fully see the hierarchy of your web page. Okay, in your textbook, there's exercises that you can use the practice that I posted. It's on page 88, 97, 102, 103, and 105. This is just creating and moving tags around and making it look like what it should look like on page 105 and 108, if I remember correctly. That should be your final product. Just practice that. These are worth no points, okay? They're just practice. But assignment 30 is worth 30 points. Now, my students last night were like, Mr. Weber, we want to do more. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to assignment 3. Let's talk about it. So in the syllabus it says your favorite animal. Well, we're going to move that to somewhere else. This is going to be goals. So you're going to have, HTML has a bunch of different types of heading tags. Each section of these, and I'm calling them paragraphs. You don't have to put the P tag, okay? They're just areas that you're going to create an ordered list and an unordered list. There's going to be 4 of them. So remember, an ordered list is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Unordered lists are just bullet points. They're list items. So what we're doing is every section is going to have a header. Your choice. I would title at the very top, My Goals, and use H1. And everything below that should be, I used an H3 if I remember correctly, and then my very last one was an H5, which was the smallest one. And that's just my current work schedule that I do. And I'm going to share that with you. So you're going to have 4 paragraphs. They are not P tags. I repeat, not P tags. Use an ordered list and an unordered list with list items built in. Okay, so after you open brackets.io or Atom or any other HTML web page builder that you can save a .html file, you're going to do the following. Paragraph 1, okay, or section 1. Well, 5 dream jobs that you would want to have. Okay, well, I'm going to flip over to mine. Well, I did 3 just because I wanted to do this quickly for the students. So when I run this, I did an order list. I'm licensed in the state of California to be a principal. I haven't been a principal yet. I've been a director, I've been department chair, okay, for public schooling, K-12, but I haven't been a principal yet. So I really want to be a principal eventually. And then the next one's a department chair for a junior college. Well, I work for Mendocino College and Santa Rosa Junior College, but I'm not the head of the department. So maybe, eventually I'd like to be that after I be a principal of a school. And then ultimately, after I accomplish my final educational goal, I want to be a dean of a college. So student services, engineering, science, education. I just want to help mold future leaders in college. So my educational goals. Right now I have multiple degrees. One degree that I want to get is a PhD in psychology, specifically clinical forensic psychology. And then pay off my student loans. Yes, you see this correct. I owe $194,000 to the federal government. Scary, huh? So do scholarships if you can. All right, so this is paragraph 1, career goals. Paragraph 2, educational goals. Remember, I'm using H3s, and then I did an H1. So when I run this, you'll get to see it. Number 3 for your paragraph, or your third header, should be a bucket list. So things that you really want to do in your life. It doesn't have to be like super crazy. Mine are kind of extravagant, but then again, I've done a lot of really interesting, fun things in my life, and I want to do some more really interesting and fun things. And I love flying. So my first thing is I want to get my pilot's license. I want to get my pilot's license not just for a twin prop, but for a twin jet. So like a private jet. And yes, I know it costs a lot of money. I've looked into it and I almost had a heart attack. I have my real estate license. I've been practicing real estate for a long time, and I would love to own a property management corporation that I own all the homes. so I don't have to pay someone else to do it. And then I'm working on this one, purchasing a boat. Trying to purchase a little bass boat from one of my colleagues that lives up in Lake County. Almost done paying it off too. And then purchase twin prop plane. I would love to have my own plane. Yes, I know they're expensive. The jets, I can't touch. They're millions of dollars, but a twin prop, about $55,000. You know what? I've always wanted to visit Ireland, and I'm getting married here in October, not this year, but next year, and this is our honeymoon destination. So I get to check this one off a year and 9 months away. So I'm so excited I get to go with my love of my life to an absolutely gorgeous place. She's already been to Ireland. I'm so jealous. But I get to do it, and I can't wait. And go on and then the Q are quotes, okay? Yes, you can put quotes in here, but once we get further into the actual HTML5 coding and CSS, if you use quotation marks, sometimes the web browsers won't take it. Google's pretty good about taking it, but Edge generally has issues, and so does Firefox. It'll give you like this weird little symbol, so you have to use like a code, or you have to use the Q for quote, okay? And so my last one is go on the World Cruise. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. It's a 230-day cruise that you literally travel like 40 ports around the world. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So freaking expensive. I'll probably never be able to afford this one. But you know what? You never know. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll win the lotto one of these days. Who knows? But nonetheless, it's a bucket list. It's something I want to do. All right, last one. H5, that's my school and work schedule. So you'll get to see all the stuff I get to do here. These are all my jobs. Work for Ukiah Unified School District, Director of Engineering, Gate, and Robotics. I run the robotics and programming for UUSD. I'm the chief instructor and department chair. I'm an adjunct professor for Mendocino College, Computer Science 201. I obviously work for Santa Rosa Junior College, 50A. And I am the computer science and VEX robotics teacher for Coyote Valley Educational Center up in Redwood Valley. So that's just north of Ukiah. And this is all the stuff that I do every single week. I know it's a lot. Trust me, my body is telling me that it's too much. But I'm here for you guys. Alright, so let's run this. So I already ran it, and here's what it pops up as. Okay, it's something really simple. You see, this is H1. This is H3, and this is my order list. Another H3, unordered list. Okay, another H3, unordered list. The reason I did an unordered list on this one is because, you know what, I just don't know in what way I'm going to be able to do some of these things. It looks like I'll be able to do the boat before I do anything else. World Cruise probably will never happen, but you never know. This will be probably second. This will probably be third, fourth, probably close to never, but you never know. Who knows? And then here's my work schedule, H5. So H6 is a little bit smaller than this. Okay, up to you. Now, my students last night, they're like, we want to do more. This is cool. This is easy. What else can we do? Well, you know what? How about if you put in a picture for every single category? So every single paragraph, not every single thing in each paragraph, but one for each section. So one for your school and work schedule, one for your bucket list, one for your education, one for your career goals. Put an image in every single one of those, okay, and use your image source equals, and then put in the file name, or if you're using a URL, you can use a URL. That works too. And embed it. And then somewhere in here, let's just say you want to go to this really crazy, awesome coding school in San Francisco. Well, if you do a anchor hyperreference for me, an href, for a web link to, let's say, your school that you want to get your bachelor's or master's or doctorates or certificate, other than Santa Rosa Junior College, come on, find something else. Go ahead, or if you want to work for a company, send me to their HR page or employment opportunities or something like that. Put a link here. I'll give you 10 extra points. So if we go back to Canvas, whoop, I was watching a music video earlier today. If we go to assignment 3, it's worth 30 points, guys, okay? If you do the extra, I'll give you 10 extra credit points. That'll boost your grades if you haven't already done all your discussions. Now, let me remind you, this was due a while ago. You should have done it. If you haven't done it, do the syllabus quiz, okay? If you haven't done your discussion 1 and checked in and done your 2 replies, then you need to do them. I'm closing it as of Friday because I want to finish grading for this. So check your grades. If you have below a 10, see my grading comments. It will say missing initial post or missing 1 reply or missing 2 replies. Go back and reply and then shoot me a message saying, hey, I finished doing the replies, or I updated my discussion 1. Can you regrade it? I'll regrade it, no problem. Okay, make sure that you get it done though, because this is your only warning. Okay. Assignment 2, if you haven't done that, well, you know what? It's already late. So, or it will be late as of tomorrow. Make sure that you get it done. Please, please, please get it done. Now, this week, you have the internet discussion. There's 2 links in there and a nice chunk that you should write. Let's create some dialogue on what this is actually going to do for the internet and computers in general. See where computers are going, and you know what? Let's have some fun with it. Practice, that's just practice for the exercises in the textbook. Assignment 3 we just talked about. The lecture that I showed you is right here, and then I shot a little bit of a YouTube video on how to do an ordered list and unordered list. This is helpful instruction. You can do your own research and find more, but this one was pretty easy. And then I will release week 4 when it's week 4, guys. Friendly reminder that next week we do have class, okay? But the following week is President's Day weekend, and since I don't have class on Monday, I'm giving everyone week 5 off. So it's not next week that you have off, okay? You still have class with me, online or in person. But the following week, okay, then you will have 1 week break with me. I will not assign anything. I will probably post some useful links and stuff for upcoming lessons saying, hey, check out this YouTube video on how to do whatever we're going to do. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do. If you read the syllabus, you'll get to see it. So make sure that you get everything done, please. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in Canvas or an email, dweber2@santarosa.edu. I hope you guys are all having a good day, and